Fantastic. Good morning and welcome to the Englishman Sports Network. This morning discussion is about international cricket. West Indies versus England. In England, West Indies struggling at the minute. Second innings, England set 199 for West Indies to chase, and West Indies are in big problem. Big problem. We're going to be talking to one of local analysts in Jamaica. You have known this young man all over the media world in Jamaica, the RGR Communication Group. It's 92 FM as well, SDC. Lots of commentary this young man has been doing all over Jamaica. None other than Chris Gale. We're going to get him on the phone to discuss West Indies' way forward and the strategy, how West Indies can overcome this dangerous problem that they're in this morning. They're reeling at 26 for 3. And we're going to get Chris to give us his analysis about the game. A pleasant good morning, Chris Gale. As I introduced you earlier, one of the big names in media in Jamaica. You have known throughout the RGI Communication Group, SDC Cricket, Commentary, Sports Grill, It's 92 FM. A fantastic good morning, Chris Gale. Welcome to the Englishman Sports Network. Give us your discussion on this West Indies versus England.
Hello, morning.
Good morning, Chris Gale. Welcome.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure to have you to discuss cricket. We know that's your point and that's where you are very strong at. Could you elaborate what's going on with West Indies versus England at the minute?
Well, I think that the minute West Indies, I think they've played a perfect test so far, but I think on the final day of the test match, I think West Indies now just struggling a bit, some very consistent bowling from England. But I think with that said, I think the decisions made by the West Indies team so far in this test match has been good. The decision from the start to go with the extra batsman was a good decision. I think people like Jermaine Blackwood will be looking to reward the selectors with that decision to pick him on this tour and also to pick him in the 11. So I think that is going to be also key. I think it's going to be also key on how people like Jason Fuller and Jermaine Blackwood go on this final day in this run chase. I mean, 200, it's a very tricky target. I think the pitch is doing a bit. There is some sideways movement. Archer is bowling quickly and he's bowling accurate. So I think it's going to be important to see how those two guys go. I think when you look at it, I think in recent times it's been the middle to lower order that has been doing much of the batting for the West Indies. So I think it's going to be important that guys like Chase, Hole and Norwich continuing the thing that they've been continuing for probably the last year and a half for West Indies.
Well, absolutely. I was just watching with the last, 3 wickets for 26 runs. I think you mentioned Jermaine Blackwood. If he is to come good, this is the moment for him. This is the big moment for him. I could see a little bit of a nerve-wracking in the first innings. But if he needs to play international cricket, I think this is where he needs to step up to the play. We know what he's capable of doing. He scored consistently big runs in the regional tournament. And if he needs to put his name out there for the West Indies selected to be a force to reckon with, I think this is the day he needs to come out and put that fear aside and play proper cricket. We all know that he's capable. He just needs to be focused and play some proper cricket today. And he's one of the only hope for West Indies, to be honest, today, if he contributes.
Well, yeah, I think with that said, I think apart from the stage being set for him to come in now and execute with a West Indies up against it up somewhat. It's a chase of 200 on the final day. I think the stage is set for you to be a hero now and for you to score some runs and cement your spot for in this middle order. I think apart from the stage set for that, I think you'll also look at it from Jermaine Blackwood having very attacking instincts, and I think this game needs that kind of player that can really change the game. We saw how Ben Stokes went to work, I think, in the 2 innings for England. I mean, he scores at a pretty good clip. and he can take the attack to the bowling. And I think their presence, once they're at the crease, they're going to score. So I think it's the same thing for Jermaine Blackwood, his attacking instinct. Even though he needs to curve it, that attacking instinct. But I think you just can't help. Once he's at the crease, I think the run's going to come because he's going to be having a go at the bowlers for sure.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, Ben Stokes, he's a game changer. And if you look in the 2 innings that he played, he really didn't succumb to what's going on around him. He played his natural game of cricket, which is attacking cricket, but also sensible cricket shots. And that's what, as you mentioned, Jermaine Blackwood needs to do.
Yeah, I think for Jermaine, not just Jermaine Blackwood, but Jason Holder, I think the number one all-rounder, I think there's something with these all-rounders. So it's just something. I think you look at all-rounders of the past, the Flintoffs, you have Ben Stokes, the Holder. There's always something, the Callis. I think once they're there, they seem to always can impact the game and change the game in the blink of an eye. I think it's always something with very good all-rounders. That's what they do. They change the game, whether in the field, whether with the ball, whether with the bat. And I think the captain, Jason Holder, he has a lot of batting to do for West Indies today. On this final day, if we're going to get close to it.
Absolutely. You and I know that Jason Holder has the potential to go on and score big runs, and this is another stage for him to execute. Shut up most of the critics, because there's a lot of critics going around about Jason Holder and his performance in recent years. So this is another opportunity for him to prove himself. This is why I'm the captain. This is why I'm in this.
I think when you look at the batting, I think the batting has been the worry. Before coming into this test match, the batting was always, we had some dark clouds about the batting. I think it's going to be tested on this final day. I mean, I think when we look back at the first couple of days, I think the bowling has been immaculate. I also think the batting was good to score over 300 runs. I think that was a great effort from a pretty much inexperienced batting lineup. But I think that we have to come in the bowling. The bowling has been excellent, and I think it's not just in this test match. I think West Indies fast bowling unit, for me, I think it's one of the best that I've seen in a very long time. I think, and I say that confidently, I think when you look at how Kimar Roach approaching 200 test wickets, and an ever-improving Shannon Gabriel, who has been magnificent for probably a year and a half, I think Rafton Chase providing that cover for the faster bowlers. Here's young Alzari Joseph and Jason Holder. His return speaks for itself. He's the number one all-rounder in the world in Test cricket. So I think the bowling unit for West Indies is definitely the best I've seen, probably from the days of Courtney Walsh and Ambrose. I don't think we've seen a